Hello everyone and happy Thursday. So today we're going to be multiplying fractions. So let's go ahead and start out with our rules. So the first rule is to always change mixed numbers to improper fractions. Okay, so remember we do that, say it's 3 2/5. So to do that, you're going to do Texas up and down, and we're going to go around this way. So 5 times 3 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, and you keep your denominator. Our second step is to multiply across. So when I mean across, you're going to do across the top and then across the bottom. So across your numerators and across your denominators. And then your last step is to always simplify. Okay, so also remember that we are doing multiplication and division. So when we do that, today we are going to be using our tic-tac-toe. So with your tic-tac-toe, your positives go from your top left corner to the bottom right, and then you fill in all the rest with negatives. Okay? So number 1, our first example has 2/5 times 1/3. So I promise this is easy peasy. You just multiply across, so 2 times 1 is 2, and then 5 times 3 is 15. Then you see if you can simplify it. So to simplify, we would take common factors out of the top and the bottom. So that means that we would have to be able to divide the top and bottom number by the same thing to simplify, but these you cannot, so it's in simplest form. All right, the next one, I see here that I have a negative times a positive. So I'm going to look up here. I have a negative times a positive, so my answer is going to be negative. So I'm going to go ahead and hold the negative right there. Now, I want you to go ahead and put your pencil down because I'm going to show you one way to do it, and this is not how I want you to do it, but I want you to see how you could do this problem, okay? So we could just multiply across, so 6 times 21. So here I go, 21 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12. So I'd have 126 over 7 times 24, 7 times 24. 4 times 7 is 28, 2 times 7 is 14, 15, 16, so I have 168. So wow, those are both even numbers. Well, I know I can at least divide them by 2. So 126 divided by 2, 2 times 6 is 12, 0, 6, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, great. So this can be 63 because I divided by 2, so I have to do the same to the bottom. 168 divided by 2, 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8 over 84. Okay, let's see. I know I can divide 63 by 9. 84. Oh my, I'm just stuck. I don't even know. Like, I know I can divide this by 2. This is by 3, but I can't divide this by 2. I don't know what else I can divide them by. So, let me show you guys a trick, because I honestly would not get to the right answer by simplifying this a million times. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to look at our diagonals. When I say diagonals, I'm looking at 7 and 21. I'm going to start with them. And I want to take out common factors. So 7 is divisible by 1 or 7, and 21 is divisible by 7 as well. So I am going to divide them both by 7. So 7 divided by 7 becomes 1. 21 divided by 7 becomes 3, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, 21 divided by 7 is 1. Okay, so now let's do the other diagonal, 6 and 24. So I can divide them both by 2, I can divide them both by 3. Actually, I can divide them both by 6. So I'm going to divide by 6, that's 1. Divide by 6, and it becomes 4. So let me rewrite this. So now I have negative 1 over 1 times 3 over 4. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. So negative 3/4. All right. Definitely never would have gotten there with the big numbers before. So again, we're looking at our diagonals. So if you're still a little confused, let me show you what we basically did. So now we basically had, okay, 1 over 1 times 6 over 6 times 7 over 7 times 3 over 4. So when we divided the diagonals by 7, we took it out of the top and the bottom. And we divided them by 6, we took it out of the top and the bottom, okay? So it's just as if we were simplifying the big numbers, we just did it first. Because when you multiply, it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. So we just simplified the process. Let's take a look at this next one and check. All right, so again, we're gonna look at our diagonals. So you can always simplify each fraction first. That's an option too. So let me look at this fraction. So 6 and 12. Well, wow, those can be simplified. I can divide by 6, divide by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. So that's actually equal to negative 1/2. Then I'm gonna multiply, and look over here, I have 3 and 15. Well, 3 is divisible by 3 and so is 15. So I'm gonna divide by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Keep my negative. So I have a negative times a negative. So a negative times a negative, my answer is gonna be a positive. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 5 is 10. Look at how much easier that was. I would have had 18 over some large number and it would have been really difficult to simplify. Okay, so let's keep going. So down here, oh, sorry, the notes are a little funky. Okay. Let me see if it'll clear up. All right, guys, it did not clear up, so I'm gonna have to restart and everything like that. So I'll upload the video and you'll move on to the next one.